Welcome to the Julia Amante channel. If we're just meeting, I am Julia Amante and I'm a women's fiction author. Today what I'm going to make a brief video about is that sometimes we have huge disasters in our life, and how do we keep writing through all those disasters? Or should we? So join me so I can share what's been going on in my crazy life and give you some tips on how to deal with crazy things that happen in life and still be able to write. You have a story to tell, but you don't know where to start. Let me show you how to free your story. I teach you how to write and how to dig deep in your soul to release your story and make a difference in the world. So sometimes things get really crazy in a writer's life. So as you can see back here, I have a nice rental property, really beautiful actually, if you can see the view out there. But we had a flood here in the basement, and we ended up having to tear everything out. So sometimes things don't go quite the way you think they're going to go, and your writing is going to suffer. So this is like beyond. This is not like normal scheduled stuff. This is crazy stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to share with you what is happening right now in my life. So I think for the next few weeks, it's not going to affect my writing for that long, but for the next few weeks, it's definitely going to be something that I have to deal with, and deal with reconstruction, deal with workers, deal with people that are going to help me hopefully put this back together again. So it was really nice. I'll put some pictures up of what it looked like before, and I'll put some pictures up of what it's going to look like when it's finished, or what it will look like. So I will continue with my recommendations on what to do when life throws you a huge curveball. Okay, so as you can see, it was pretty crazy here. The pipe burst, we had water everywhere, and what I had to do was just leave. So my rental is in a different state. So I live in California. This happened in South Dakota, where it gets very cold. So I'm a California girl. I'm not really used to cold, but I had to learn very quickly what happens when it gets cold. And one of the things that happens, I guess, is that pipes burst if you're not constantly running water. So, that's what happened. So I finished up some things that I had to do because I'm also teaching and I'm also working. And I rushed out here as fast as I could, finished out what was happening, called emergency crews. They came, cleaned everything up, destroyed everything, kind of. They pulled out all my carpet. They pulled out the walls, drywall that was, soaked up all the water, and had them kind of do the emergency stuff. They did do that, and then got in the car with my husband and just decided to drive out here. We were going to come out here anyways during my spring break time to get some, bring some more things out here, set up a patio for the summer and all this stuff. So, that was the plan anyways, but it turned out to be kind of, instead of a fix, kind of beautify kind of thing, it became a hurry up and fix and repair. So the repair is going to take quite a while. They cleaned everything up before we got here. As soon as we got to the home, it was just trying to get contractors, trying to get people to come out and look at it and give us quotes and prices, get insurance adjusters out here, and it's been all of that. So trying to write around all this mess and stress and just your mind is occupied with everything that's going on. So it was kind of hard. So what do you do, right? You have to handle emergencies, because emergencies are emergencies. You can't plan for them. They're not, it's not just normal busy schedule type of things. It is a problem that needs to be dealt with, and if you're the only one that can deal with it, then you've got to do it, right? So what I decided to do is I wanted to keep up with videos, and I wanted to keep up with blogs. That's just my communication with you, with my audience. And I decided to put my novel aside for this week or two that it took me to deal with this. And to me, that was the best thing. If you are a writer who's under contract and you have to get things done, I'm going to change hands here because my hands are getting kind of tired. Hopefully the lighting isn't too terrible. I have my hat on because this is just crazy. I don't have time for makeup or any of this stuff. I'm just waking up, working, showering, and however my hair dries. So anyways, it's my nice hat here. So anyhow, if you are under contract, you have other things, right, that you have to take care of it. You've got publishers waiting, you've got agents waiting, then you might turn that around, right? So instead of doing some of the marketing type things and continuing to stay active on blogs or Twitter or Facebook or any of that stuff, you might choose to just put that aside and really, really focus on your novel any spare moment that you have. So, I spent 2 days driving out here, and it's impossible to write. And when you finally get to a hotel, you're dead from driving. So even though I thought maybe I'll get some writing done then, it really didn't happen. So, you have to prioritize and say, what is the most important thing? What is it that I really, really need to get done? And how do I do that as well as take care of the other things? So again, for me, it was blogs and videos. For you, it might be actually your novel and your work. And then, as far as, hopefully you don't have guilt or anything like that about not getting it done. I don't. I figure that I'm going to catch up. How am I going to catch up? Well, I will figure that out too. I will probably, when I get home, work extra hours to make sure that I get that writing done. You don't want to just let it go, but you want to make sure that you're addressing your emergency, and then you get back and actually get back to your book. So I don't want to let the chapters and the pages that I hoped to do go. I'm just going to get back. I've got also teaching things that I have to do. So when I get home, I'm probably going to be working some very long 12, 14-hour days to make sure that I catch up. But at least I took care of the immediate things here. I will have to return probably by the end of April. My husband, we're going to take turns. He's going to return in a couple of weeks as the crew comes to repair, put drywall up, put flooring in. Then I will probably return. I'm the painter, so I'm going to paint here. I think I can do that. I got a kind of ridiculous quote on what it costs to, they would charge to paint. So I thought I can do that myself. So I am going to probably fly back, not drive, and do that. So the next couple of weeks, I'm just going to catch up on my writing. I'm going to make sure I get all that done, and then come back and take care of this problem, and it'll probably look really nice when it's done. It's a headache right now, but I'm going to get the new flooring in that I was probably going to do within a year or two anyways. And the furniture was all new here, so hopefully it's not too water damaged. And if it is, then I guess I'm going to have to replace it. But the things happen, sometimes worse things than this. So although I was really, really bummed and sad when I found out that my whole basement was underwater, putting it into perspective and saying, okay, this is something I can fix. It's going to cost money, which I don't have, but I can get through it. There are some things that are a lot worse, obviously. Nobody's sick. Everybody in my family's good. Nobody was here. So, things happen, but you got to deal with it, and that's part of being a writer, right? So maybe one of these things will happen in one of my books sometime, and you'll say, hey, I remember when that happened to her in real life. All right, I'm going to end this video early. I'm actually going to be driving back home today, so I'm out of here, and I will see you again next Friday, hopefully with a better writing tip than this. This is kind of emergency video, but I just wanted to check in and say hi and give you something to think about, because we all go through this. We all go through problems that are unexpected, and as writers, we're always writing. We're always trying to get things done. So we need to sometimes put that aside a little bit, deal with our problems, and then come back. All right, I'll see you next week.